Welcome once again. This is Flourish Hub, and we say that our joy is to see you flourish. So we want to encourage you to keep yourself set for this flourishing journey, and let's flourish together. In our last episode, we were looking at the whole journey of losses without funerals. This is a special program by our guest Faith, and we want to pick from where we stopped. So Faith, karibu sana.
Asante.
Now, I remember we were talking about some of the ways we lose self.
Yes.
And I think one of the ways, having been your student, is really the loss that comes because of unconditional
Conditions of worth.
Conditions of worth.
Yes.
And you were telling me that conditions of worth is whereby in the family we belong, where we come from, or the community, there are these expectations or parameters set that this is where I need to be. And sometimes we find that we are so engrossed to meet these expectations, which are defined by the society, by the family, by the community, to an extent that I can't even find myself. I am struggling to get to that parameter. Before I know it, I start feeling I'm not enough because I never met their conditions.
Yes.
Now, share that with our audience today, that how do I lose self in relations to conditions of worth?
Thank you, Jackie. We are all 40% genetic, and we are 60% environmental.
Yeah.
So the parameters, if we have very many patterns and bars at home, where it could be education. If you've not achieved this level of education, then you're not good enough to belong to this family. If you've not invested this far, you're not good enough to belong to this family. If you're not spiritually connected or high to some level, you don't belong to this family. So when the bar is set very high, remember, not everyone can be able to achieve in education. It's not everyone who can be able to achieve in business. We are all coined differently as much as we are coming from the same family. So the people who do not meet the bar, they start compensating. Compensating would be overfunctioning in relationship and they grow old trying to please their primary caregivers. And how is that? I'll give an example of a detergent in a supermarket, where you go to a supermarket and there are two types of detergents. There's one with a gift pack and there's one without a gift pack. And the one without a gift pack is confident enough that it can sell without a gift pack. But the one with a gift pack, you are communicating to the world that I cannot sell without a gift pack. So what happens as individuals? We go into relationships, we go into doing things with gift packs. And I would mention one gift pack of overfunctioning. You overfunction to be able to fit in. And you're asking your parents subconsciously, have I become good enough? Even as you're working hard to beat that bar or to do something else different, behind the child in you is saying, Daddy, can't you just see? Can't you just see what I am doing? Can you just appreciate me? Can you just maybe accolade me? So we grow old looking for our parents, our primary caregivers, affirmation, validation, and appreciation, thereby losing ourselves in it.
So can we say then, I heard you saying something about where you feel you're not enough.
Yes.
So possibly part of the I am not enough feeling and syndrome is really because of this loss of self.
Exactly.
That I lost to know who I am.
Yes.
And I look at myself in terms of the comparison. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
That I'm always comparing myself with my siblings.
Yes.
And maybe on the flip side, apart from that, in terms of education, I'm supposed to be here. There are times also you find in families like, maybe I got pregnant before while in school. That is not us. And so you start getting labeled. So maybe that is also connected with the loss of self. Because I'm struggling to find my identity.
Exactly.
Wow. Thank you, Faith.
Karibu.
Now, I would want us to move to the next loss that I remember we were discussing the other day. And that is the loss that you find you have lost in marriage.
Yes.
How does that happen now? The losses in marriage.
We like each other because of sameness. We are human beings. We love each other because of our differences. It is because of that differences that we marry. So when you get married, there are many areas which we will share. You get married, then find that you got married to this person with very great ambitions. Then when you get married to this person get on a journey to changing the spouse. To become less aggressive. So when you change this significant other, remember you married them Remember, you married them competent, you
Yes.
married them aggressive. So you're not comfortable with the aggression. So you kill the aggression, you kill what you married them for, you go looking for the same difference that you have changed.
So it means that after some time after your marriage,
Yes.
you start killing
You start killing what you admired.
what you had admired.
Yes.
You married because she was a very determined person,
Yes.
spouse.
Yes.
You married because she was very entrepreneurial.
Yes.
You married your spouse because they seem to have a lot of confidence.
Yes.
So
Or you married for the guy,
Yeah.
you married the guy because he was a provider, he
Yes.
was confident and assertive. So
Okay.
you start killing that.
all right.
Yes.
Now like the woman.
Yeah, like the woman.
Yes.
The other place you lose ourselves, we lose ourselves in marriages. Sometimes we get married knowing very well, we are aware of the red flags. So this marriage from the onset, it was not working. In the relationship, there were red flags. But what do we do as women? Because we are nurturers, we say, this kitu kidogo, I'll change when I get into the marriage, I'll panobit. Either the man says, I'll panobit her,
Yeah.
or I'll panobit the
woman.
the woman. So that doesn't happen. Because remember, it is something you have not communicated.
Yeah.
You have not communicated. I have not communicated to you that I'm seeing some red flags that you need to work on.
Yeah.
So what I'm communicating, if I've not laid it open, is I am marrying you, or I'm getting married to you, aware of your weaknesses.
And I'm hopeful that we will be able to work on the weaknesses.
The weaknesses are not, they are not deterring you from marrying me. So they are not a concern.
Okay. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So what you're telling me, for example, I'll say, I've gotten married to you and you're drinking.
Yes.
And I haven't mentioned, and we're having a good relationship before the marriage. So when I get married, I start changing and getting agitated of your drinking, yet I did not raise a finger when we were dating.
So my expectation is that once we get married, I may be able to change it.
I will panobit you.
Okay.
So these are the red flags that make sure that and eventually kill the marriage.
Okay.
So meaning you got married very well with the red flags on.
If that is your red flag.
There are many red flags.
Yeah.
If that is your red flag. So we need to be aware of, as the marriage, how do you lose yourself? You lose now yourself in the marriage. The other thing is, you lose your marriage, you lose yourself in a marriage that you've already lost. How is that? The marriage is not working.
Yes.
There could be separation.
Yeah.
There could be, and nowadays it's happening, public separation or in-house separation. So when you have in-housely separated or even publicly separated, because of not believing you're good enough, you start doing the things you are being accused of. So you lose yourself. In fact, let me give an example of this is a jail, for example. So you are saying, if I come out of this jail, I'll have freedom. Then after you have had the freedom, this is after separation, you go jailing yourself with self-defeating habits. Am I clear?
Yes, and maybe we can talk about those now, how that happens exactly, the self-defeating habits.
The self-defeating habit, it's for a woman, maybe you've been accused of sleeping around, you start sleeping around.
Okay.
If it's of a man, you've been accused of infidelity, you start having the same. Yet, you had kept yourself very well until the marriage. We call it the caging. Now you think you're outside and you have the freedom, you antagonize your being by self-defeating habits, because you're looking for validation. You're looking for appreciation.
Yes.
And you're looking, can you just affirm me?
Okay.
Yes.
So there are also times then you could also be separated because of this issue. For example, when you mentioned you're sleeping around or infidelity, or you're separated because you're not connecting in terms of your values.
Yes.
Then you go out again
and
you get yourself into the same habits, bad habits.
Yes.
So you're saying you're losing yourself.
Losing yourself in a marriage you've already lost.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, losing yourself in a marriage that you've already lost.
Good.
Yes.
Thank you, Faith. It's really great for us to keep thinking, where are we in this journey of our losses, and keep digging deeper into, am I really on track, or are there losses that I've not processed? And I know in another episode we'll be dealing with how do I get to start seeing and realizing some of these losses. So we'll be connecting again in the next episode. Thank you very much.
Karibu Jackie.